Every day, millions of people leave traces of their lives online. A social media post, a comment, a photo, a video, a message shared in a public forum. Each digital action becomes part of a constantly expanding information landscape. Most of these traces are harmless and quickly disappear among billions of other pieces of content. But sometimes those digital fragments can reveal something more. Signs of emotional distress, escalating anger, threats, or a growing fascination with violence. This is where OSINT, open source intelligence, becomes increasingly relevant. OSINT is the process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting information from publicly available sources. It is widely used by intelligence organizations, law enforcement agencies, journalists, cybersecurity experts, and researchers to understand events, identify risks, and make better-informed decisions. In recent years, OSINT has gained attention as a possible tool for preventing school violence by helping identify warning signs before they develop into real-world harm. However, OSINT is not a prediction system. It cannot determine who will commit an act of violence, and it cannot replace professional judgment. Its purpose is different: to identify patterns, provide context, and help responsible actors recognize situations that may require attention or intervention. Digital footprints and early warning signs, studies of previous school violence incidents, have shown that some attackers displayed warning behaviors before their actions. In certain cases, individuals communicated their frustrations, intentions, or violent thoughts through online platforms. These online signals are sometimes referred to as digital leakage. Digital leakage occurs when a person reveals information about their emotional condition, grievances, fantasies, or possible intentions through digital channels. This can include threatening language, references to previous attacks, expressions of extreme hopelessness, violent imagery, or attempts to communicate a personal message to a larger audience. However, context is critical. A single disturbing post does not automatically indicate a threat. People express anger, frustration, or dark thoughts online for many different reasons. Misinterpreting these signals can lead to false accusations and unnecessary harm. The value of OSINT comes from analysis, connecting multiple pieces of information and understanding whether they form a meaningful pattern. A single comment may mean very little. A combination of escalating threats, repeated violent references, targeted statements, and behavioral changes may require closer attention. The human side of intelligence. One of the greatest misconceptions about OSINT is that technology alone can solve security challenges. It cannot. Collecting information is only the beginning. The real challenge is interpretation. Analysts must determine what information is relevant, what is noise, and what requires further evaluation. They must ask important questions. Is this person expressing frustration or making a credible threat? Is this content a joke, a personal expression, or an indication of a deeper problem? Does this online behavior represent a temporary emotional reaction, or is it part of an escalating pattern? These questions require human expertise. Artificial intelligence and automated tools can help process large amounts of information, but they cannot fully understand human emotions, intent, and circumstances. Technology can identify signals. Humans must understand their meaning. Security, ethics, and responsibility using OSINT for violence prevention also creates important ethical challenges. The same tools that can help identify risks can also be misused if they become a form of constant surveillance. Schools and communities must find a balance between safety and privacy. Responsible OSINT does not mean monitoring everyone. It means focusing on credible indicators, following legal standards, protecting individual rights, and making decisions based on evidence rather than assumptions. Prevention should never be based only on online activity. Digital information must be considered alongside other factors, including behavior changes, personal circumstances, and reports from people who know the individual. The goal is not punishment. The goal is early support and intervention. Beyond technology, building safer communities. Technology is only one part of prevention. The most effective approaches combine digital intelligence with human connection. Teachers, families, mental health professionals, and security specialists all play important roles in recognizing warning signs and providing support. A student who feels isolated, angry, or overwhelmed may need help long before a crisis develops. OSINT can provide additional information, but it cannot replace communication, empathy, and trust. The digital world and the physical world are now deeply connected. Understanding what happens online can help us better understand what is happening offline. Looking beyond the gates, the idea behind beyond the gates is simple. Security does not stop at the entrance of a school. Today, schools exist both in physical spaces and digital environments. Students communicate, create, and express themselves online every day. Those digital spaces can contain challenges, but they can also provide opportunities to recognize problems earlier. OSINT is not a crystal ball. It cannot foresee every tragedy and it cannot replace human judgment. But when used responsibly, ethically, and together with effective prevention programs, it can become a valuable tool for protecting communities. The future of safety will not depend only on collecting more information. It will depend on our ability to understand that information, use it responsibly, and act before warning signs become irreversible events.